Hi, welcome back to East Coast Dungeons. My name is Jimmy Hall. Today we're going to show the actual build of a battle mat that I have. It's going to be a desert / cavern terrain floor setting. You see me make, or at least do a walkthrough of 7 different battle mats. This one I'm going to show you what I use, how I do it, and how we go about it. Stay tuned. We're going to make our cut, so we're going to go 25 1/4 because our table is 25 1/2. So we're going to go 25 1/4 this way. We're going to go 24 3/8 because our table is 73 1/2. So I'm going to make it shorter. We're going to check it at the table after. So if we're cutting our first piece this way, you can see black on black, believe it or not. You might not see it on camera. We're going to go 24 3/8. We don't want it to be tight at the table. That's not the goal, like trying to jam them in. So we try to learn from our past builds, and we're going to make this one a little better. That's why we're going to go with 3 pieces instead of 2. We don't want it to be taking like way too hard to fit into the table. So we're going to use a nice straight edge. Come into here, line that up, make sure we get it on the line because we don't want it big. Rather a little bit smaller, but if it's bigger, it's okay. Before you put any texture on here, you just trim it more if you need to. It's easier to get your cut done right the first time. We're going to use a nice utility knife, nice and sharp. I'm going to use a new one for these because you don't want to use an old one. I am going to put this in place, and that's just going to help keep it nice and straight. You could use snips to do this if you didn't have a knife. I think this is going to give you a nice straighter edge to do this. And you can see, nice little cut. So if you want, kind of pull that up now. You can kind of see the cut in it. I'm not going to go super hard with this now. I'm just going to try to stay in that groove. If it takes a couple more passes, that's okay. You don't want to go fast and come out of the little track there. Can happen, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So yeah, you're gonna have a little bit of pieces, little stragglers. Sometimes they just trim that off, or you put that on the back edge. Then we're gonna go 25 1/4 this way. So we've measured 25 1/4. We have a mark here, mark here. You could just go right with your knife now. You don't have to do this line. I like to use the line a little bit. So got a mark. Hold it down. Try to push the knife right into the level or the straight edge, whatever you're using, and that's just going to help. I probably should have been more aggressive with my cuts last time. You do get a better cut if you just really push the level down, put the blade in, and go hard against the level. So yeah, we're going to cut 2 more of these. So here they are in the table. I'm obviously building it for my table. There is a little gap here, little gap here, little gap there, but these are also not completely flat. Once they get everything on them, they're going to be much flatter. So, and I want the extra room because I can slide this together. My other ones, they're so tight that they actually sometimes will like overlap just a little, and it's very annoying to try to get them to sit. The first few I made are like that. The other ones I did cut a little smaller, but I like this. It also fits to the edges much better, and this is going to be way easier to store. 24 inches, that could fit on a shelf that I have here, no problem. My 36 are incredibly a pain in the ass to store, especially the double-sided. So this is the material we're going to use. We're going to use the DAP caulking from the dollar store. Glitter gravel rocks, doesn't matter if they're glitter because you're not going to see that. Again, I'm going to use probably 3 of these. I can't remember what I used for the full inside the table for mats before. I think it was 3, so that's what we're going to go with. Dollar store sand. I buy it by the bag now. I got a bucket, the bigger bucket of these. So, I don't know, 5-gallon or something, I guess is what it is. And we're gonna have a utility knife. We do need a caulking gun. So what we're gonna do to start, we're gonna cut this out. And we're going to empty 3 of these in there and see where that gets us to. Brown paint. This is just acrylic paint. You could use house paint, you could use whatever you want. Depending on if you want it shiny or not, I'd be careful with what you're going to use. I'm just going to add whatever, it doesn't matter. We're going to lighten this up. This is going to be a desert type, I'm probably going to use, or matte, sorry. So yeah, I'm not going to be shy with this paint, so it doesn't really matter. Just like cooking, just add whatever. If you're baking, not so much. It doesn't work for baking. You got to measure. Bought this, didn't use it, may as well go through it, get it done. I'm not going to put too much sand. The only problem with these mats, when you use the texture like this, what's going to happen is they have a tendency, if you put them together with another mat, they kind of scratch them. Simple solution, put a towel or a sheet or something between them. Then all you're going to do is mix this up. This is one of my favorite parts of doing this. In case it's not obvious, the reason why we put the brown in with it and we mix it, we don't just put the caulking on and then paint it. You are going to get chips, you're going to get little marks, stuff's going to happen to it, stuff falls on the table. They do hold up extremely well, but I don't want white caulking showing through on a brown or tan mat. So all we're going to do is we're going to take our mixture and we're going to put it out. Like, this is such a simple way to create some nice texture. This mat will eventually flatten out the more you keep it flat. This mat was rolled up. Would suggest you could flatten it prior to doing it, but it doesn't matter. This will flatten out. They always do. And if I put this texture on, it's going to kind of pull it up anyway. You can already see that maybe I used 3 of these to 1 mat. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while since I made one of these. You can see a little bit of white. If I do that, I'm just going to mix it up even more. I could have mixed it a lot longer. Let me get this closer to the edge, just so I can put some on the edge. I don't want it hanging over. If it's hanging over, it's going to butt up against the other one, and they're not going to fit flush. So the good thing is, no matter, like, if you run, I'd rather run a little short with this because then I can add to it. I don't want to waste it. So I'm just going to cover this entire thing and try. As I get to close to the edge, I'm going to thin it out And I'm barely going to touch the edge. I don't care if it, how close it gets. If you want, like I've done these with spray paint too. Even if I'm going to spray paint it, I'm going to do it, the caulking's going to be in whatever color. Here we are, all three are done. We used 1, 2, 4, 5, 7 things of DAP caulking. There's about 3/4 of that. About half a thing of sand. So if you're wondering like how much you use, that's kind of what it is. Now we got to be patient. We got to let these dry good. So I'm going to go out and do a bunch of errands and get some stuff done today. And then I'll come back and I'll paint these maybe this evening or tomorrow. If you want some free texture when you're walking your dog, well, all the different kinds you want. She's not cooperating. Whatever you want. You could use strainer, get down to the smaller ones you want. And go grab a couple of handfuls of sand at the beach. She found something interesting. Using this brown paint, I already did one. Alls we're doing a good little bit on the sponge. Get most of it off. Well, not most of it, a good amount of it. And then we're going to use a sponge. You could use a brush for this and dry brush it. I find some of the big brushes, they leave lines in it, so I'm just gonna use a sponge. I can give different pressure depending on what I want to put on that. So we got our first coat of the lighter brown. The next one we're going to do, it's going to be desert sand. This is going to be the next thing that we're going to use. And then this mat's done. We can put a coat of matte Mod Podge on it, which we probably will do. So again, desert sand. You don't have to use the colors I'm using. You know, make it your own. Make whatever, if you want this to be a darker brown. This is going to be kind of wasteland slash cavern, whatever. But yeah, this is going to lighten it up quite a bit. Like I said, these mats will flatten out over time. I will put some other mats on them, and they'll probably sit under those other mats for a couple months, and they will definitely flatten out. But yeah, this is all I'm gonna do. If you want, you don't like the light color, you go back over it with another brown. I like the lighter tan myself. That's gonna be it. You can finish this with a coat of matte Mod Podge, which I'm probably gonna do tomorrow. I'm just gonna apply the matte Mod Podge with a brush, and but I'm gonna give them another, because this paint won't really seal it. It can still dry through. This is pretty dry, but if you really push on it, that caulking is still a little tiny bit soft underneath. Putting the paint on, it's not going to hurt it. Putting a Mod Podge or any Varathane or anything on the paint will actually create a layer over top of it, and it will not cure underneath. Hopefully you like the build of the battle mat. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. I really appreciate it. Until next time, keep rolling those nat 20s.